Well, I think the problem with Senator Rochas Okorocha is that he has not come to terms with the fact that he is no longer the governor of Imo State. He's still behaving in the same manner he behaved when he was governor, terrorizing everybody, harassing everybody, intimidating everybody. But the earlier this thing gets to him, and it must get into his head that there can never be two Igwes in a palace. There can never be two Obas in a palace. There can never be two emirs in a palace. One at a time. And he should also realize that there is a new sheriff in town. Rather, he should use whatever experience he has to cooperate with the people of the state with a view to acquiring, taking back what he took from them so that we can build the state. So that is point number one. It must be clear to Rochas that he's not the governor now. So sponsoring people to create problem in the state, to raise tension, everything done is not good. We are not going to be part of it. I am in the opposition. I was also in the position when Rochas was governor. In fact, Governor Rochas, as he then was, could not differentiate between the office of the governor of a state and his person. And that has put him in this problem. It has put him in this problem. But they forgot that a day of reckoning must come, and it has come now. You see, what the Judicial Commission of Inquiry revealed is mind-boggling. It is only an insane public officer that will do such things to that extent. Take, for example, the issue of the Eastern Palm University. A university registered for Imo State, and now through the back door you want to become a shareholder. Where has that happened? Has that ever happened in any state in this country? Let me tell you, there is this Imo Broadcasting Corporation in Oji. Oji is just within the periphery of the state capital. When we were young in the secondary school, that was where we would take our request card to. Help me greet social person, help me greet social person. The radio will announce it. You'll be happy you have had your name on radio. We did it frequently. We buy request cards in that station. It was amongst the places Rochas, as governor, took for himself, appropriated it for himself, and built Rochas Foundation. Come on. As somebody was telling me, okay, if they take that, what about the students? I told him that's a stupid question. There are other students schooling in Imo. They should go and look for other schools to attend. If Imo State government wants to use it for anything, or for nursing home, or for anything, so be it. I've just given you an example that somebody like me, as a growing young man in my secondary school days, I used to pay money to go and drop my request card in that radio station. Rochas appropriated it. That belongs to the state government. Look at the place previous governments carved out for mechanics. Nekede and Auji mechanic villages. He took it over. And people who are speaking are not from that state. Speaking for him, most of them are not from that state. They think that what happens in other places will happen. It will not happen. And there can never be any peaceful, amicable resolution of this matter, except that administration and the leader of that administration returning to Imo people what was taken from them. So anybody talking about amicable resolution, is that how you treat corruption? That you will amicably resolve it? No. No. We should never encourage or patronize bad behavior. That is the problem. And the issue is not personal between Senator Rochas Okorocha and Governor Hope Uzodimma. No. Senator Rochas has problem with the people of Imo State. A Judicial Commission of Inquiry was set up by Ihedionha when he was there. His Excellency Ihedionha. Hope came, did not disband it. He said, do your work. All we are interested in for Imo to move forward. Rochas was invited to that. Many times he turned it down. Now a report has come. There are paid hirelings all over the place speaking for him. On our own patrimony. That money taken away, those things belong to me too. Those people speaking have no stake in Imo State. So it is not a simple matter. It is not something we are going to keep quiet. Senator Hope Uzodimma, Governor Imo State, should use all his best endeavors within the law to recover everything taken away from Imo people. If that is the only thing he will do for Imo people will be grateful. And he would have put his name on the same page where Imo people put Sam Ononaka Mbakwe. What is critical to us now is what was taken from us, so that we can have money to develop the state. Let me give you one thing that happened in the past. Let me tell you. That life, let me tell you. I recall when he was building monuments all over the place. I learned he was in town. I went to Imo Governor's Lodge to see him. I said, did you spend 600 million to build one monument? That's what they're saying you spent. He said, Chairman, they made mistake. It was 1.5 billion. I said, do you mean it? He said, yes, it's 1.5 billion. I left the government, I left the Imo liaison office. That was the last I saw Rochas. If a man who never expected that he would be a king was made a king, you see, when he's wearing his beads, he wear it from here to this point, both sides. That explains how a former governor of a state like Imo, disciplined and responsible people, will come to the public and boast that he is richer than Imo State. That he could spend 1 billion, 2 billion somewhere, the property, he won't remember it. I don't blame him. I blame those of us who were conned by this philanthropic nonsense all over the place. It was a scam. Total scam. When he wanted to leave Labour to Abga, I said, why? He told me he didn't have 10 million naira to prosecute that election. I'm speaking it before God, my creator. I was shocked to my morals. But now, we gave him our resources, IGR unaccounted for, local government funds unaccounted for, running into billions of naira. You cannot rub it on our faces that you are richer than our states. How could one be so arrogant, so bloated, and so pompous? Well, Imo people are watching. To recover all we have that was taken away is a task that must be done, so that it will be a lesson, it will be a deterrence. We cannot reward bad behavior. That was bad behavior to the extreme. I, Dan Wanyawu, MNI, member of National Institute, officer of the Federal Republic, convinced Rochas to run for governor. It was in this same office that Madomere, who later became his enemy, he threw away as his deputy, was coming to this office every day to convince him that I was the only one that would convince him to run for governor. On a Thursday or Friday, I said, let's go. I started talking with Rochas. I said, hey, will you walk? I said, yes. Rochas was in the Labour Party. Most people didn't know. He was with me. Suddenly, he called me one morning and said, look, I don't have money to prosecute this election. Abga has structures more than Labour. Why not let us go to Abga? I said, well, I won't go to Abga with you. Why didn't Abga convince you to come and run? You are now seeing Abga. Anyway, fast forwarding, he went to Abga. I didn't complain. This thing that you saw, he was always mentioning, rescue mission, was one-page document I gave him that will be used to rescue Imo. I didn't give details, and it was deliberate. You know, in Nigeria, when you make a proposal, when you made a proposal to offices, parastatals, companies, the man in charge, after seeing it, he will just remove your letterheaded paper and put it on, award the contract and go and do it and fail, because that was not the child of his brain. He will not get it like the originator of the project. So he jumped into rescue mission, and he blundered it. The next time I have opportunity to speak to Rochas was when our common friend Pascal Bafia died. I'm going to mention names. You can go and ask them. When you leave here, go and ask them. I called him that our common friend has died. He said, then he came. We were to visit the family somewhere in Wusetu. He drove the jeep. Senator Ositis Nassau was in his front. He said DC was behind him. I sat behind Ositis Nassau. So as he was driving to Pascal's house, late Pascal's house, he said, Chia, why not follow me to this? By that time he had become governor. Chia, why not come to this Abga? We can make it stronger. It will become an Igbo party. I said, what you are doing now, I asked him, what you are doing now, was it what we agreed you should do? Go and ask Osita Nation. Osita turned back and said, Chair, what do you mean? I say, ask him. I convinced him and brought him to run for governor. In his presence, Rochas did not utter a word. But 3 months later, when I went to visit my governor, then Ondo governor, our penal apartment, Osita saw me and came. I said, Chairman, come. I was going as he was coming because it's very close to Bimiko. He said, do you know that thing that you said that day is true? I said, how? He gave me the circumstances. Rochas confirmed it. I said, let's go back. I said, repeat it before Mimiko. Because when I said it before, people thought I was joking. So I brought him to run for governor. I gave him the documents rescue mission. And see how Imo State was bastardized to the point of bleeding to death. And you have the temerity to be attacking the man sitting there. In fact, it has been alleged that he has been behind this issue of a Supreme Court governor. What do you mean by Supreme Court governor? Tell me the governor sitting today in Nigeria whose case was taken to the tribunal, to the courts, that did not get to the Supreme Court. Let me start with his neighbors. Ibazu, his case got to Supreme Court, so he's a Supreme Court governor. Wike, they never wanted at all. His case got to the Supreme Court. Wike is a Supreme Court governor. Enugu, mention them. All governors in Nigeria whose cases got to the tribunal up to the Supreme Court and was affirmed by the Supreme Court as governor, all of them are Supreme Court governors. So don't single my state out. Whether you are from Imo, you are from Rivers, you are from Lagos, you are from Sokoto, you are from anywhere, you are a Supreme Court governor. One Supreme Court affirmed you. Mutatis mutandis. There is no difference. It's time we realize election is over. When somebody is sitting there, allow him to do his work. I'm saying this because I am from the state and I'm concerned. When he had one election, he was setting up his transition committee. He called me, please, I want credible people to be part of the transition committee. Would you accept? I said, my state, why not? He called me 3 times. The last call was 2 hours before the release of the list. He wanted to confirm that I will not back out. I said, release it. I served in the good governance subcommittee of the transition committee. That was a PDP government. I am Zenith Labour Party. Why did I do so? You are itching to ask me a question. Why did I do so? Because I wanted the Iberiberism to disappear and not to come back to Imo State. Iberiberism raped the economy of the state. So, if another person has come, and that is the legitimate governor, the de facto and the jure governor of Imo State, why not give him support, encourage him, send him documents? If he has to put 1 or 2 things together for him to move forward, we do so. Look at what they are doing in the state to create problem. They are attacking the governor. What is happening in Olo? I am calling on the DSS to investigate all of them. You see their fingers there. You see their fingers there. You cannot sit as chief executive and politicians are being used. Politicians are being used to create problem in your state. You sit down and watch them. No. You are the #1 citizen. And Governor Hope should be firmer. And he should exercise his powers. I was even surprised why Rochas was not charged alongside with other 17 that went to broke the seal of a house by the state government. It must have been under pressure, but the police ought to have charged him along after the arrest. Why would the young man be charged? Chinasa Waneri. What offense did he commit? He asked Chinasa, who are you? Chinasa replied, who are you? When has that become an offense? But he knows Chinasa. From what I gathered later, he cannot speak on his political journey without mentioning Chinasa Waneri. But he had become a governor, so he's higher than God. So he will be asking the man on whose paths he treaded to become governor, who are you? And the man asks, who are you? Is there any crime? He is the one that should be charged. He should have been charged along with the others in the magistrate court. But I know there must have been pressure. But this is why laws are not obeyed in Nigeria. We look at somebody and then we bend the rules. Assuming Rochas was governor and another person, whether former governor or not, went to open up a place sealed by the state government, Rochas would have done worse things than what happened to him. He never obeyed any court order. He disrespected the judiciary. He disrespected bar association? He never. So why are you? Why? I didn't want to grant you this interview, but since it has become imperative, let us allow the state to work. If Governor Hope satisfies Imo people, a day of testimonial will be issued. If it doesn't, Imo people will do so. Whether PDP or any other party in the state, we have lost it. That is a legitimate, as I said, de facto and de jure governor in Imo State. So let us wait for 2024. People should not distract in our state. Yes, they have gone ahead to back to Supreme Court. They think Supreme Court is a political laboratory. Supreme Court is not a political laboratory. Neither is it Wuhan laboratory. A decision on this case, take it to the bank. On this case, Uzodinma Ihedioha, Supreme Court has decided it. Take it to the bank. The matter has been decided, and that decision is final forever. Supreme Court will not allow itself to be played upon by politicians who want to make cheap points. It can only be reviewed in another case outside this case, whose parties may be different and facts may be different. Then you can refer to it for review. Supreme Court is the final court of the land. It is final not because it is infallible, but it is infallible because it is final. And when it makes its decision, there is no other place to go to except to God. So those filing cases, they want to go and review. Supreme Court define for us the parameters of your decision and all that. It amounts to nowhere. On the governorship of Imo State, the decision has been reached, and that decision is final.